Okay, go ahead, babe. Go ahead.
Hey, sweet.
Hey, Savories.
I'm Alyssa.
I'm AJ, and this is the Sweet or Savory podcast. It's Kimiko Glenn, everybody. Kimiko Glenn, endless credits. Orange is the New Black. Waitress.
Has-Been Hotel.
Has-Been Hotel.
My Little
Baby
Pony.
Shark. My Little Centaurworld. So many
That's
things.
just off the dome. That's all we
Dome. Hey, what's up, Kamiko?
Hi. Do I look in a camera ever, or just like
You don't have
I'm just
to.
Not breaking the fourth
Yeah,
wall?
let's
and,
talk
like,
to.
yeah.
We could talk to each other.
Okay.
Yeah, we did it like this so we could all just have
Look
a conversation.
at you. Okay.
But yeah, welcome to the pod.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
Thanks
to
for
be
coming
here.
on.
It's so cute in here.
Thanks.
I love how you did it.
Yes, welcome to our new studios.
studio.
New
Studio.
studios.
First guest in the studio.
I know.
That's true.
I'm honored.
Wow.
That is so true.
I'm so honored.
Oh my gosh. Well, I know it's crazy because we're friends IRL, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made a lot of like music videos and things like that, but never really in this environment.
Yeah, in this setting.
Feels a little professional,
I know it is very professional.
you know?
Well, I mean, was the first thing that we did January or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Was that the first
Technically
thing?
it was, yeah.
Okay, that was kind of professional.
It was.
Yeah, that
you're
was-
right.
Yeah.
That January was really professional.
Yeah, we rented a studio
Yeah.
and everything and had people recording. Like Devin and Chad were helping us.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we wanted to set a good impression for you, you know?
Thank
so that was
you.
our first hang. That was our
Yeah.
first time. We wanted to talk about how we met, actually.
Oh, yeah, because it was so kind of random.
Really random. I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
How did we both... Okay, so let's back it up.
Yeah, let's
We
back
met
it up.
in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
At
What was it? 2020?
2022.
I
Two
think
or
so.
three?
22.
Yeah, it must have been 22.
Or 23.
It might have been 23.
Might have been 23. We were
It's a
married
blur.
already?
Yeah, we were married already.
Okay, so
Okay.
23. It was a blur. And
It was like a midnight art gallery, like private
Yes.
art gallery. How did you get there? I don't know how I did. I just ended up there.
So our friend David Ma, who is an awesome TikToker, filmmaker, content creator, he just randomly invited us. And normally
We had met
wouldn't-
him the night before, by the way.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
at for an Alaska Airlines Chinese New Year brand deal.
Yeah.
What?
So random.
That's funny.
So random. We had met him, made friends with him, and he was like, "Hey, you guys have good energy. Do you want to come to my friend of a friend's art gallery
Yeah.
tomorrow night?"
That was a really cool art gallery.
Yeah.
it
it
was.
was.
They're
It was.
using like robotics and music.
Yeah.
The gong wall was really
it was
cool.
pretty crazy. Yeah, the gong wall.
Yeah, I can't remember. I can't believe I remember
Yeah,
anything.
wait, so how did
Same.
you get there? How did you get there?
So I have a lot of friends from Burning Man.
Yes. I heard you
and-
talking about that night.
Yeah. So that's like, I don't know. And I have friends in San Francisco who just happened to be at Burning Man, like when I was at Burning Man the first time.
Yeah, yeah.
But my tent neighbor, Ed, was like,
Sick tent
but
neighbors.
like I was
Yeah, I
staying
love
with my girlfriends, just visiting them. He's like, want to come out to this thing? Like, and I was like, sure, I'm awake and they're not. So I'll go. And so I went, and it was just super random. And I met you guys, and I don't know.
Yeah.
That's all she wrote.
Well, so
Yeah.
from our perspective,
I remember. Wait, I don't even remember how because I was a little.
under
No, I
the
was
influence.
really
I was
under
a
the
little
influence,
gardened
too.
at that point.
Yes.
Garden? Is that what we're calling it?
Garden,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
That's like the I
The new
don't know,
term.
nicer way to say
I think
it.
I was sober.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I think
Yeah,
you
I
were
was
too.
sober.
Yeah, my
I
friend always has the best
Oh, okay. I
party
see.
favors.
Party
I see,
favors,
see,
you
see,
know.
see, see.
So
Yeah, it was a very cool vibe. I mean, they were like, "Oh, come drink wine," you know, in the corner or whatever. It was a very homely vibe. But from our perspective, we saw you.
Yeah, from across the room, I think, and we were like, "Is that?"
We're like, there's no freaking way. There's
Glenn?
no freaking way. Like we're at this random gallery, and our friend David is introducing us to everybody, but he didn't know you.
yeah, I was
So-
random. I feel.
You're a random guest, and then it took us a long time, but I think me and Alyssa eventually.
Finally, I think you did it. I was like, "Can you
I'm
do
usually
it?"
the one. I'm usually the
Can you
one.
say
I'm
hi?
glad you did.
Yeah,
you say
hi.
A friendship for a lifetime.
I
you
know. We literally were like, well, we came up to you, Kamiko. Hey, what's up? We're big fans, and you were so nice.
I know, so
And
nice.
we talked about musical theater for a little bit because naturally I think that's kind of what we knew we at least had in common with you. And then, then I started name dropping a little bit because I just wanted to feel like I was important, you know?
Yeah. I don't remember that.
No, well,
I remember you mentioning East West players.
Yeah, I started talking about Crazy Talented Asians because that, you know, that's a dream to have Kimiko Glenn at a Crazy Talented Asians, which manifested later.
And it happened.
But I remember like name dropping, oh yeah, we've had Simu Liu in the show.
I don't remember that. That's funny.
Brought up East West players, which I told you about because you didn't know about it at the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, fast forward, we just kind of make friends online, and then we meet you again at Gold
Gala. After party.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, which was the same year.
Wait, saw each other then?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
on the
that-
dance floor.
On the dance floor.
No, well-
I remember that dance
Well, that was
floor.
a dance floor, but then we ran into each other before you came, and Leia Salonga was right there.
Oh, wait, did we
Yes.
all take a picture together?
Yes, we did.
Okay, because
Well-
that was the first. Well, I remember when I met, I think it was the first time I met Leia Salonga.
Yes, it was.
Maybe
No, I
the
remember
only
it.
time. I don't remember.
Because you were like, oh my God, this is crazy.
Yeah,
You said something like that.
Because I was like so enamored by the fact that like we've worked together, but it was like on an animation, so like
Yeah.
we never saw each other like really actually
Right.
work together.
Yeah.
But she was on a project I was.
Oh my God.
And she came up to me, she's like, horse, and I was like,
Yeah.
Wait, she recognized you first?
I don't know
That's
if like if
crazy.
she like recognized me or like my voice.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
she
yeah.
just heard my voice and was like,
Yeah.
you played horse or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I was like, you're the reason I exist
Yes.
in this world.
I got to witness this.
Oh, I
my
wasn't there yet.
God.
I
You
was
weren't there.
a
We were
little
waiting
late.
for you in the Uber.
Yeah.
And I was trying to talk to Leia and like keep it cool. And then, and I remember Kamiko was like, hey, you. She's like, what's your name again? What's your name again? And I was like, oh my God, AJ. Yeah, we
That's
met at the
funny.
gallery.
Yeah.
You were with a friend, I think.
Yes. Who was I with?
You were
Oh my
definitely with somebody.
I was with someone. Who was I
Yeah.
with? But I knew a bunch of people. I don't know if I actually. I
Or maybe
might
you
have,
didn't go with that person.
I don't think
maybe
I
they were just
went
with
with
you.
a guest,
Yeah.
but I just knew people there.
Got it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that whole moment happened, and then Leia Salonga looks at you. You guys start, and then Ariel Jacobs is also there.
Mm-hmm.
So my friend Stan Lee was like, "Hey, can I get a picture of you three?" So it's Kamiko, Leia Salonga, and Ariel Jacobs.
Wow.
It was crazy.
A special moment for
It
me.
was crazy. It was like 3 Broadway legends,
Queens, yeah.
really, in our community, and it was very cool to see that. And then
That's awesome.
Alyssa came, and then we got to the dance floor, and we like found
Yeah, I
you
was
again
like,
and took a picture with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I remember that night you're like, "Oh, Kamiko followed me,"
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, Kamiko.
Oh, yeah.
because we tagged you and
Yeah.
I
stuff.
love it. Oh my gosh.
So that's the origin
Yes.
of how we met.
Origin story.
Which again, we're so grateful because it's
Very-
been a couple years.
I know.
So random and layered. I love it.
And I don't think I feel like I speak on behalf of you. I don't think we can imagine the last 2 years like without being your friend.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's
so
so
sweet.
nice.
You're like such a big part of,
Aw.
and like this house and stuff.
Yeah.
We have so many like friends from our hometowns and stuff that we haven't aligned with. And I've been thinking about this a lot more. It's like, I wish we could have all our friends that we grew up with all the time over and having these things.
Yeah.
But I feel like you've been here more than like
I know
my
a
best
lot
friend.
of our even like my family, not my immediate family, but like my cousins and stuff. I feel like it's just because we connect over a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's just easy.
Yeah,
You
and
guys
like
are
the journeys
cool.
that we are in life, and I guess we
Yeah.
are cool.
And you're also so supportive of me. I like couldn't be doing this life without you.
Aw.
Truly.
Oh my gosh, is this the end of the podcast already?
I guess
Just
so. We can wrap it
Emotions. Yeah. Okay. So we went with how we met, and obviously we've been through a lot in the last couple of years. But we wanted to talk about what you've been up to. I mean, just in a nutshell. We're gonna keep talking, but what have you been up to, or what have you been excited about? Everyone knows you, I feel like, for different things.
Yeah.
Anytime they're like, "Oh my God, you're friends with Kimiko Glenn," they bring up a completely different
Thing that they know you from. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Which is cool.
Oh my God. I feel like such an invisible person. So it like it still
Oh,
kind of
no.
like, well, not like in a really sad way, but just
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of like, I can't believe that anyone knows who I am. You know what I mean? Like, I also have been like kind of a little bit like more under the radar, since like all the big stuff like Orange is the New Black and everything. I've been doing more voiceover.
Yeah.
And that sort of just happened. Like, it wasn't like thought out or like, you know, this is where I'm headed. It just sort of like, it was happening a lot, and then the pandemic hit, and then it was like, well, thank God I have voiceover.
Yeah.
And I was like currently, like at that time, like renovating my house, and so I was in like in an Airbnb with like, that was super echoey, and so I was like, oh my God, I need to like make sure like everything for voiceover is okay, because this is all I have to hold on to. And then I finally moved into my house, and then started booking more voiceovers, like a couple leads of things in shows, and like Baby Shark and Kif, and I was like, okay, awesome. This is so cool. I'm like, hopefully, like, you know, securing my future. And it's nice because like children's shows are so fun. Like, they make me smile. Like, they just force you to be happy and like be positive and be silly. And so like, I started really being like, I really appreciate this, because in like the dark times that we've kind of been in as like a country, it's like really been like the brightening light. Like, it just forces me to be happy in the best way.
Totally.
And everyone in that world is so egoless and so nice. And so it's just been like such a blessing, like truly so nice. And I've been really enjoying it. But I've also been working on music.
Awesome.
But I've always written music, like for a really long time, just like as journaling, my own form of journaling. But it makes me really nervous, like
it's coming to life.
sharing it. I like, for the first time, I think during the pandemic, started sharing it with a couple of my friends who I knew were really safe and like supportive. And they're like, you should do something. And I was like, no. And then, and then 3 years later, I was like, I met my first producer friend, and I was like, should we maybe try and do something maybe? And he was like, okay. And so we like made a song, and I was like, that's super cool. And then I don't know how I just started like meeting other producers, or I got like a fire under my ass, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try and like start producing these songs. I feel really like good about it. And they have been very therapeutic and meaningful to me. So I started doing that. But I'm like at the point where I'm like, okay, I've got like a solid couple handfuls of songs.
You do.
And we need to talk about this, because I'm like, I've had so much anxiety surrounding it, and AJ's been like the most supportive, amazing cheerleader person who will hear me through all my anxieties and like say, this is great, you're gonna be okay.
No, it hasn't even gone out to the world yet, but it's gonna be so good. And obviously you've been sending me stuff, and I've showed Alyssa some stuff in the car. I remember one time you're like, oh my God, that's Kamiko.
I was like, this is so good.
Wait, do you remember what song it was?
I think it was Modern Dance. No?
Yeah, it was Dancey. I don't remember what the name was.
Then it must be Modern Dance.
That's a sneak peek. If people don't know the title, what it might be about. But no, Alyssa, we were loving it in the car.
Yeah, we were grooving along to it. It was awesome.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, so I can't wait for more people to listen to it.
I'm really scared, honestly. I started like, part of my anxiety, I told you my anxiety is getting like worse and worse. But like part of it is like the idea that like I've been so under the radar for the past like, I don't even know how long, like 5 years ish. And to an extent where I can handle it, like, you know, doing PR for this, but it's not like anything like crazy or like going on talk shows or anything. And just like the idea of people commenting on my Instagram, like after I post something, like a song, like, and being unsupportive, like makes me want to die. You know what I mean? And so like, that's what I'm fearful of right now.
Well,
how do you navigate that?
Yeah, how do you navigate it?
I've never experienced that in that way.
Yeah.
I have to just accept that it may or may not be, but most likely is just like an algorithm thing. You know what I mean? That like not everybody is going to see everything that you post. So if there is something that you're passionate about that that you post, and maybe it's not getting as much as like some other stupid thing that you're doing.
Oh yeah,
the dumbest stuff gets traction.
I know.
Why?
Yeah, no, I hate that.
You can't take it personal, because the people that maybe you want to hear it may not even come their feet. You know what I mean? It might not have come through their like algorithm, literally. So I just try to not take anything personal
on social media.
On social, and then if I want to push something, I'll just post another perspective of it, whether it's like a lyric video or just like a different part of the song, because again, you just want to give yourself a fighting chance. And I don't know, I've been doing it I'm going to be on YouTube for 20 years now, next year.
That's cool.
Crazy.
So just kind of, yes, used to the instant gratification, but also used to, waves of the likes and whatever the metrics are. But again, not trying to take it too personal.
Yeah. I mean, like in Orange is the New Black dealt with a lot of hate.
Really?
Insane. Like
Damn.
for the first couple years, because my character was annoying.
So it was I loved her.
You're so fucking annoying.
Oh
like,
my God.
Died. Like the comments were
That's
insane.
crazy.
My block
like
list
on your
is
personal
crazy.
Instagram.
What?
My block list is wild.
That's
because
crazy.
I'm just like, I don't stand for people writing mean things.
Yeah.
Like they can
Just block the energy away.
disagree or have a different perspective, but if they're writing mean-spirited troll type things,
They
I'm
don't
like,
need to be
Oh
on
yeah,
it.
I love the block button.
you don't have the privilege of being on my page,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, it scares me because like that wasn't mine.
Yeah.
I could at least be,
True.
like, you know what I mean? I could at least be like, the character's annoying.
Yeah, that's
obviously.
true. Yeah.
You dumb people. But like, if this is mine, it's all my
Yeah.
fault. You know what I mean?
But also,
it's your baby.
Isn't
Yeah.
it if a character is annoying you or something, like that means the actress or actor is good? in it, right?
Depending.
I mean, yeah.
Depending. They can be like seriously so annoying that you're just like, why did they cast this person?
I didn't find your character to be annoying. I loved Orange is the New Black. I watched the entire thing, but I connected to your character because she was Asian. Like on a
Right.
show that didn't have a lot of, at that time we didn't have as much representation as we do now. So I feel like I just like connected to you, to Brooke, I guess, on the show. So, right? Brooke
So-so.
So-so.
Yeah. And yeah, I was almost that for Halloween, but I couldn't get the orange jumpsuit in time.
Yeah.
So I think I was like something stupid instead. But I almost was you for Halloween.
That's so cool.
That would have been
would've been so
hilarious.
funny.
I wish.
To have those
Yeah.
photos.
Yeah.
That'd be so funny.
But you were also a very big voice during the strike,
Yeah.
during the writer's strike. Writer's strike and what else?
Actor's strike.
Actor strike.
Actor's strike.
And, during that time, it was crazy. And like your videos were being shared like thousands, hundreds of thousands of times. Like you being the voice of, hey, Orange is the New Black, Netflix, this huge show. I've gotten like, $2 checks. or
Literally
not even $2.
It's like not even a penny.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really
That's
bad.
0.00001.
Yeah. I mean, like, I was paid for, like, the big TikTok that went viral. I didn't think that it would. I just thought it was funny. I got my residual check during the pandemic. I was like, oh, my God, I'm going to be so rich. And I posted it. And then I couldn't believe, because I didn't really use TikTok that much.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, my
Yeah.
God. I just kept refreshing. I'm like, this is insane. Oh, people don't realize.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is important.
Yeah.
So when the strikes happened, I was like, I bet you they are going to make some narrative about Hollywood elite. It's like, there are only so many Hollywood elite. Like, you
Yeah.
know exactly who those people are, and it's not most of us. Like, this
Yeah.
fight is not for most of us or them. It's not for them. It's for us, the people, like, the middle class, if there even is one, and, like, the co-stars and, like, anyone who, like,
Yeah.
works on that level. It's, like, so important because it's,
Yeah.
like, even as a lead in a show, you can barely get paid anymore. It's like really hard and disheartening.
Yeah.
So I was like, people need to know what the reality is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I didn't want to throw Netflix under the bus because, like,
course.
I had worked for other streamers and they're the same way. We
Yeah.
don't get residuals or anything. So I was like, I just reposted that TikTok.
Yeah.
And then I actually reached out to a journalist because I was like, I think you're going to want to
Yeah.
know about this.
Yeah.
Like, I think this is an interesting story. And I like, just based off of like my castmates, like interactions with like those videos and about that situation, I was like, they're pretty openly going,
Talking. Yeah.
this is crazy. It was nuts. We had like, up until 4th season, we had our second jobs like as waitresses and shit.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah. Because they didn't pay us. So
Yeah, it got a lot of people, a lot of actors to voice out it inspired them to
That's what I was
also
hoping
speak out.
Yeah.
That was amazing. We will be right back. Okay, before we get to, this has already been an amazing episode, just this. Before we get to the sweet or savory part of it, what, like, pops out in your mind when you think of like a favorite project? I know that's kind of a vague. You have so many credits. One of my favorite things of yours is, and you might not think it's a huge part, but I loved you in Spider-Verse.
Oh, thank you.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah, that was really cool to realize that it was you.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's because like all of them come with their own things. Like, okay, this one had a cultural, societal impact. Wow, it's so amazing. But there were these downfalls, or like, you know, so many people saw this, or this was my favorite role, but like, I didn't get paid, or like, you know what I mean? Like,
so it's hard to love.
it's hard to know exactly what it is. But like, now that you mentioned Spider-Verse, that was like a really sweet gig.
Yeah.
Because it was so fun. It was so different. Like, normally, because it was so secretive, like I just kind of went in blind, and they were like, "This is what your character looks like." I'm like, "Ooh, this is so cool." And I don't even think I knew I was auditioning for Spider-Verse when I auditioned.
Wow,
I
that's
just like
crazy.
got it, and they're like, "You're in Spider-Man." I was like, "Great, okay, cool."
That's wild.
But then I went in, I did it, but they like give you like a script, like one page, and then I like would do the scene, and then afterwards the director would like riff back and forth with me as though we were still in the scene.
Yeah.
And it was so fun. There were actually
Like that was the process of it.
the process of
Okay.
it. Yeah. So it was fun because it was like scripted, but also like unscripted.
Yeah.
And there were some moments where I was like, this is so good. And then it didn't make the cut. And I was like, this is like, I wish my character had this moment because it's so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But you never had the whole script at one point?
No.
Wow.
I didn't know anything about it.
Wait, that's crazy.
I didn't know
that.
anything about the movie. I didn't know anything until the premiere. I had to do all this press for it. Like, it's
And not
unlike
knowing?
anything you've ever seen. I'm like, sure, okay. Like, that's what you say about everything. But then when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually unlike anything I've ever seen before. Yeah, it was really cool. And it's honestly like the job that keeps on giving. It's so, like, people are such fans of it.
Yeah.
Totally.
And it's just cool to feel like I had any sort of impact.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
cool. So
Did you have a favorite project of Kimiko Glenn's?
I mean, I already said
Yeah,
Orange
you
is the
said
New Black,
Orange
but
is the
that was that's also like the first thing I knew you
Is
for.
it? Oh, wait. When is Waitress? After that?
it was, yeah.
Oh, it was after that.
2016, I think.
Oh, wow.
I know. I mean, Waitress is obviously iconic.
So iconic.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think it. I mean, it would have to be between Orange is the New Black and Waitress.
What are the ones at the cons? Like, what are the most people
Yeah, Has Been
having
Hotel
you sign? Okay, Has Been Hotel.
is like the big one. And Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Those ones majorly. But then it's random. I don't know. People like know me from everything. They're like, oh, I like
course.
this. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then, but they
It's
always
wild.
pick like Has Been and Spider-Verse.
To pay for.
To pay.
Right,
Yeah, to
right.
have
Because they
for
see all the
safekeeping.
options. Yes.
Yes.
And the ones that they put on the wall that
Yeah.
you sign.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't experienced. I want to watch that.
No,
I
it's
wanna,
crazy.
I
I
want
went
to
to one.
experience it from like the outsider.
Yeah.
What,
no.
like watching someone?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like,
oh my god,
to-
you don't want to watch
He's
it. I
explained
promise.
it to me. I've never
You've
been
done
to
conventions, right?
I've never done conventions, no.
Okay.
But I've been to, like, I've seen Dante at a con,
Yeah.
you know. But seeing you at the Pasadena con was so
yeah.
cool. Like, I told Alyssa all about it.
Okay,
it
is
was
it
crazy.
similar to like a VidCon? Because that's maybe the
VidCon's
only.
more chaotic, I feel.
It's
Okay.
way more
That's the
chaotic.
closest thing I
This is a
know.
little more organized. You know,
Okay.
they have all the voice actors and stuff usually in one place, so people know where to go.
Okay.
And that
you're
whole
on
room
like a table.
on a table, and there's like a line, a queue. Sometimes there's like, you know, the VIP ropes. But in this one that I went to for yours, Kamiko, was just on the floor. It was like tape on the floor, but everyone was like following the directions. Like everyone's
Nice.
very respectful.
Yeah, respectful.
Yeah, they're very sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're very genuine.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about it is like they're all so sincere. And so like, you know, like I don't know, when people would come up to me on the street, especially for Orange is the New Black or any of that stuff, they'd be like, I'm such a huge fan. I'm like, you're just literally saying that because you're seeing me and you had a reaction and now you feel like you have to come up and say something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I
That's
because
how you feel.
Because I got so much hate,
I
you know,
see.
for so long. I was like,
You're like, there's no
especially-
way that could be.
yeah, especially those first couple years, I was like, you're just
You're like,
like
"No,
trying to
you're
get
not."
a picture with me so you can like clout chase, you know?
Ah.
But like here at these, and I don't feel that way anymore. I feel like I'm far removed from
Yeah.
it and people are genuine and I've done more stuff. But like at the conventions, people are so sweet. They're
Yeah.
like really so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they're so genuine. Yeah, I saw a couple of the interactions, and I feel like you spend a lot of time with each person, and it was so cool.
Yeah.
It was so cool to see.
I want to
that.
respect their time, you know?
Yeah, totally. Very, very cool. Okay. Anyway, we started this podcast because our friend Danny asked us a question in a group chat.
Yes, and it sparked up a big debate whether peanut butter is sweet or savory.
Yeah.
And well, we started the podcast because we realized we have two different opinions on it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we haven't talked about this yet with you, so we have to ask.
Yeah, that's true. Like, not even just
Not even in
hanging
real
out.
life. So I have no idea what team you're on.
I am team.
No, don't say it.
Oh, okay.
Let
Yeah,
her
you're right.
say
You're
it
right.
first
You,
and
no,
then
you.
I'll-
Yeah, you should.
I'm
have
sure
your,
you're savory, huh?
Yeah.
You're savory.
Yeah,
Totally.
Dang it, she knew.
Yeah. So is peanut butter sweet or savory? And Kimiko, if you have thoughts about that, please share.
Okay, I think it's predominantly sweet, but I think but that's because of context. Peanut butter in different contexts
Yes.
is different.
Yeah.
You know, there are peanuts in like Thai food. I mean, it's not peanut butter, but like,
Right.
Exactly.
you know what I mean? It's savory in that scenario. And then like, I don't know, but most of the time peanut butter is put in like a sweet context. So it's hard to say, but peanut butter alone in its purest form may be a little more savory.
Yes.
But a lot of times people add honey in with the mix, or a little bit of sugar
Sure.
in with the peanut butter.
Yeah.
But I feel like, and I'm already now debating, I feel like when people do that, it's to contrast. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when people make sandwiches, because this is her thing too, is that, you know, you're adding peanut butter and jelly. It's like, for me, if you're adding something sweet like honey or jelly, that you don't want to make a double sweet sandwich. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like
balance.
It's a balance.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my
I guess.
perspective.
Yeah.
I just think I think of peanut butter as a sweet treat. I don't think of it as a savory snack. Like
It's
if
kind of
I'm
neutral.
I can't.
Is that controversial?
No, I think some people do say that it's neutral, but I
like a
still
salty
think
snack.
it leans sweet. Like for me, when I'm going to the grocery store, it's next to like the jams and all of like the preserves. So it's not next to like the chips or
and
you know.
often honey is added,
Yeah.
or some sort of sweet flavor, like the
Sugar.
Justin's peanut butter is all like added.
Yeah, we have some.
There's some
with like
right behind
Nutella
you.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, in what context do you imagine it's savory?
Well, I think of like organic peanut butter and just having a spoonful of peanut butter. Like I don't see it as something. It's not candy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Aren't there the different like umami senses or something like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
It's like sweet, savory, acidic, like hot. Or,
Right.
I don't know
All the
what
different
it is.
parts of the tongue.
Yeah, I
And-
feel like it fits in a different category.
Different
than
category?
savory.
Yeah. And we've looked this up.
Yeah, we've
haven't
looked
we?
it up. I don't think it technically counts in umami,
No.
but it's not a clear answer. Like even on the internet, it just says it depends. Like it's not sweet or
It
savory.
depends.
Yeah,
ChatGPT.
it depends.
It depends.
No, literally.
Well, I always just kind of think.
Oh, it said umami.
It says defatted peanut meal
Oh,
is the main
okay, that's
byproduct
not-
of peanut oil production and is an excellent umami peptide precursor.
What are those like flavor things? Those flavor notes that
Umami?
like the main. Isn't it like
Oh, like
like sweet.
salt, acid,
Yeah.
sugar? I'm
Flavor-
not.
we
doing
have
it
the
right.
flavor notes.
Okay.
All right. Producer.
this is big. Wait, hang
Yeah.
on.
No, there's a
I'm
lot.
letting it.
I thought there were only like 6.
I thought
No,
so too.
there's
No,
so
there's a
many.
lot.
Oh.
my.
Oh my
Really?
God.
No,
Read 'em all.
this is too much.
Okay, so the main ones
main
in the
ones.
main part of the circle is sweet, sour,
Enzymatic,
sugar browning,
dry distillation.
bitter, and salt. So there's
That's-
sweet, salt.
Umami's not even in there.
Oh, wait. Okay, sorry. This is tastes is one side. Sour, sweet, salt, and bitter. Aromas is on a different one. So it's
Wait, babe,
enzymatic.
I think this is
sugar
actually just
browning,
coffee.
Oh.
This is a coffee website. We need a fact check.
That's so funny.
Guys, that's on the fact check.
Wait.
We
What
have
do
to
I
have a
look
fact
up?
check
Flavor
session.
notes
Tongue,
of
tongue.
on the tongue.
On the tongue.
flavor notes on. Oh yeah. Okay, this is more accurate. Yeah,
Sorry, everybody.
There's only 7.
I'm not cutting that out
Wait.
because that's
1,
hilarious.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Bitter, salty, sour, sweet, and umami. Sweet is right here.
Wait, where's spicy?
What is umami? It's just like yum
flavor?
umami.
Umami.
Umami means
And it's like delicious or something.
It's like when you put MSG in food, that's what it's bringing out.
it's
bringing
described
out the
as
umami.
like meaty, something that deepens flavor. That's
Truffle.
Truffle.
Yeah.
I think is matcha technically umami? Or
Yeah. It could be umami. Yes.
Yeah.
Like when you're referencing
Mushrooms.
taste, that's umami.
Is peanut butter not
Enhancing taste.
umami?
No, peanut butter is more. It's more in the salty.
Is it?
Is it?
Well, if you add salt in its purest form,
Peanuts are salty.
peanuts, no, they're not. Have you ever had unsalted?
I mean, yeah, I've
Just
had
like
unsalted
you grind
peanuts.
it at
right.
the
Yeah, I still feel like
store.
that's-
At Winco. Do you remember Winco?
What? No.
Oh, you
They're just like a
remember this.
natural
Okay.
food market. They always have those.
That's what
Yeah.
that is. Well, I feel like it just kind of depends what.
It depends because everything is different. Like this one says slightly sweet. Like it leans on the sweet side. So
Right, there's so many different sources. Like it's saying it's rich, creamy, and savory.
and some people say it's meaty and savory. So I don't know.
It's not meaty, but rich.
Yeah, rich.
Rich feels.
Yeah, rich feels more right. Rich and creamy.
Yeah.
Rich, creamy, salty, sweet.
So what?
Sweet.
So where would you say on the spectrum you're at?
I mean, it's more so sweet, I have to
okay,
say.
so like
Thank you.
like this is sweet and this is
On a
savory.
spectrum
On
of
the spectrum,
sweet,
like
of savory.
how much all the way? You know what I mean?
So, like,
Oh, like 3/4
I think
or whatever
so.
that is.
Yeah.
I would agree. I would agree. I think
Yeah.
if it's a spectrum,
Yeah.
this is sweet, savory, or whatever. It
Yeah.
would go like like
For
here.
those listening,
It would go.
it's like a half circle.
half circle.
It's
Because
the
it's not
half
all the
of
way
the
here.
half.
This is like
Yeah.
sugar and
Yeah,
honey and-
totally.
Yeah, it's like 75%.
yeah.
Okay.
Or 70%
Yeah.
sweet. I'd say.
And later, actually, we're gonna ask you in our last section of the pod to make a peanut butter sandwich.
to make your
Oh,
perfect.
like in IRL.
yeah, IRL.
Okay.
And just
Do I
like-
get to eat it?
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
And you get to eat it, and then you make 2, so then we can try yours too.
Oh,
Yes,
see the
yes.
way.
I wonder if we have everything. We might not.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you normally do?
So
Honey?
normally, if I'm like making a fancy sandwich,
Okay.
well, it's usually almond butter, but I can do peanut butter.
We have,
we have
almond
almond butter.
for you.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I would normally like butter a pan,
Oh,
toast,
we have butter. We have
Okay, okay.
and like almond butter with honey drizzled on the other side, bananas, Saigon cinnamon,
bananas.
and then you make it
we don't
into
have
like
bananas.
not a panini, but like a really delicious.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
crispy toast.
I did see some people. We need to get bananas for the next
Yep.
time because
Here's the thing, like the honey when you like skillet it or whatever pan fry. I don't know. What you call it.
yeah.
It
Crystallize?
yeah, it solidifies a little bit, so it's kind of crunchy.
I see.
ooh,
Okay,
real
that's
good.
interesting. Okay,
Okay.
so we're gonna make a simplified version of your sandwich later.
A bastardized version.
well, we can run and get a banana across the street.
We could.
Yeah, it
We
doesn't
could.
need it.
No, yeah.
okay.
It is 7:00.
Oh yeah, they probably close at 8.
Yeah, who knows?
It could be the spirit of a banana.
Yeah,
isn't
spirit
it?
of
Yes.
banana. We're just imagining it.
Yeah.
But then we'll just kind of see how you toast it, cut it, whatever.
Yeah,
That's for later.
better too.
Okay, thank you for answering our first debate. We have some other things to ask you as well that we have brought up in other
Yeah, these are kind of
episodes.
our most popular questions that we've had on our
Yeah,
that we've
most
covered.
popular episodes
Yeah,
that people
episodes.
listen to because they all have such a different opinion on it.
Yeah. Okay, so we had a whole hygiene episode where we talked about like our shower habits and things like that. And we have different ones, obviously. So we wanted to ask you, which way do you face in the shower? Do you face
Yes.
towards the water or is your
Both.
back? Both.
Both.
Both. I switch it
How
up.
do you start?
Yeah, where do you start? Do
I
you
start. It's
Sideways.
either. It's either. I think I'd probably start with my back, to the
Okay.
shower. yeah.
Interesting.
And then, I'm like, and I dance around and like do
Yeah,
a
yeah.
swivel. I
yeah.
gotta get all the corners.
Like
Yeah.
after you do the soap thing, you then turn around
Then
or
I
you
also
just
like
rinse?
to just like sort of stand under it and like
Let
have the water wash over me.
Let the rain fall.
Yeah.
in the shower.
Think about all the terrible things I did throughout the day. all my regrets.
Wash it away.
Yeah. Wash it away. Wash away the sins.
But also I sometimes sit in the shower.
Oh.
And I don't have a proper sit shower. I just have a tub. So it's weird.
Oh.
And it's not always the best. Like it's something I started doing a while, like 10 years ago or more.
Yeah.
Where it made more sense in the shower because the shower's a little bigger.
Right. But then now you'll do it in any shower.
Yeah, now I just sort of like it because it's like a bath, but something's happening.
But something's
Like,
happening.
you know what I mean? Like there's some action.
Yeah, like baths are so boring. Like I like the idea of a bath, but it's just nothing's happening.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, now what? I get stressed out about it.
Yeah, no, I was going to ask what kind of shower that you have. And you mentioned a bathtub with a shower head.
Yeah, so
Okay. And there's curtain
there's a glass
glass.
thing. Yeah.
Oh.
I renovated.
Wait, a glass in a
I
tub?
know. Wait, how is
I don't
there
get
a
it.
bathtub with glass around it?
And because it's a mishmash of like old and
Love
new.
it. Okay.
love
Yeah, no, can you
that.
explain it to us?
Yeah.
So I like updated my house. It's a 100-year-old house. It's 1925.
Wow.
And the tub was pretty solid. So I just reglazed it. And it used to have like a shower curtain. And,
Okay, I can imagine that.
and honestly, like floor tiles on the wall. And I was like, this has got to go. It was so weird. I don't know who decided that. But I like totally changed the bathroom. But I was like, oh, I'll just have a glass panel. And then turns out like the mathematics weren't good, like the engineering or whatever. Because the
Interesting.
first time I took a shower, like all the water was splashing out. I'm like, oh my God, I need a full glass encasing or something. So I made like glass encasing.
Whoa.
It was just supposed to be like a little flap door.
Right.
But then it wasn't big enough.
Right.
So all the water was going everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah, so-
that's so interesting.
It kind
wanna
of, that's
see.
how it came to be.
Got it.
Very random.
Yeah. Okay, so your answer is actually back to the shower head then.
What's my shower head?
No, the answer is that you face your
Back
back.
to the shower head.
Well, she said both.
She did say
'Cause
both, but you start there.
Sometimes
feel
I
like
you
sit
start there.
and like let the water.
Yeah, I see.
You know, so I'm just like,
Yeah, I feel you.
But
you know what I
I was
mean?
thinking
So
like
it's
naturally maybe.
really 50-50.
50-50. Okay. I don't know that we've had a 50-50
No,
answer.
usually. Well, I feel like. Well, mine used to be facing the shower. Like I like to feel the water.
Yeah.
But now we haven't answered this since we moved into this house. Actually, now that our shower is like a stall, so it's really tight
Oh,
in there.
so it's tiny.
really it's hard. So now I can't. I have to turn around to like do
Yeah.
the hair. So now it's more of a 50-50.
Because usually you would face the shower head and then
And
just
do
that
everything,
and
yeah.
and put your head down and do the shower.
But if I do that, it's just too much. Like there's too much water, so I have to turn around.
Right, because we don't have that much space now.
Yeah, no much
Yeah.
space. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's dependent
On the
you
kind
know,
of shower you have.
yeah, your finances.
It is.
Where you
true.
stand in society.
Yeah,
honestly.
like how's your
Yeah.
shower? Like, what is the shower situation? But I guess naturally, I mean, my answer was that I always face outwards, as in my back to the shower, just so I can be ready if a robber comes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is
I
what you
forgot,
think
yeah.
about. Oh my God.
Or if someone's gonna scare you.
Yeah,
I
like
do
if
scare
someone's-
him
You
a
know
lot.
they're going to get Alyssa first,
I know.
right?
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care. He still takes his shower. He doesn't
I'll
care.
still be in the
No,
shower.
if we were in a situation, I feel like I would be the one to save us.
What?
Wow.
Because I'm like more equipped. I watch more.
So much true
More
crime.
equipped?
Yeah.
I
would-
would watch
I'm
true crime.
Fight or flight, he's a flight for sure.
I would
I'm
take
a
you with me, though.
surrender. I'm a
You're
surrender.
like,
But
I'm dying.
if someone broke into my house, I'd be like, okay, take me away. I just like, I couldn't. That's like when people like I have guns in my house to protect myself. I'm like, I could never. Like
couldn't-
you could.
yeah.
I could never touch a gun. I could never pick it up and go, oh God, oh God. I like shoot someone. I could never. That freaks me out. I would
Yeah.
definitely miss.
Yeah.
It would like I'd cry throughout it. Like I just can't do it.
That's funny. Oh, we don't have guns, but we have a taser baseball bat.
That's smart. That's smart.
Yeah.
You should put a sock on the baseball bat. Have you seen that?
No.
Because like if you whack someone and they catch it, if you have a sock, you can pull
sick.
it out.
Sick.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't think about that.
It's like a long
okay.
And you could pull the
thigh-high
bat
sock or
back out.
Yeah.
But our bat has spikes on
It
it.
has barbed wire all over it.
shit. Okay.
So if they tried to, they would get hurt.
I need your bat. That's
Yeah,
wild.
yeah, we'll show you later. It's
my
like
gosh.
The Walking Dead
Yeah,
bat.
the Walking Dead bat.
Okay.
But also,
That's real.
yeah, maybe we do have guns. I don't know if someone knows where we live.
Yeah, I have
True.
guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have
Kimiko has guns.
cameras.
We all
We
have, we have, we have
Top
everything.
Yeah.
It's insane.
security.
It's great. We
Yeah.
pay for security every day.
Yeah. We do.
I have a security guard, a bodyguard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So-
that
His
lives
name is
with her.
Arnold.
Yeah, live in bodyguard. Do you have ads?
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
We only got sponsored kind of by the wall,
By the
but
Wall.
they just sent it to us, but they didn't pay us. We're trying to get a sponsor, but we need to put our new episodes out 1st before they can like agree
Yeah.
to a sponsor.
I mean, the wall's cute.
But yeah, thank you to our sponsors, Wood Veneer Hub. We're here with Kimiko Glenn.
Wood Veneer Hub.
Wood Veneer Hub. Woo, woo. We love you. We love you. Click the link. Okay, this next question might get a little, I don't know, deep. It gets deeper.
Okay.
It gets so we go from peanut butter to our shower routine, which is like pretty personal too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Intimate.
Well, we also have talked about like how do you wipe your behind?
Oh, yeah.
You know? Like, are you a
True.
crumpler or are you a folder?
Folder.
Oh, it depends on the day.
Oh,
Really depends on the
Kamiko,
day.
you're
not
so
heard of-
50-50 on
You are.
everything.
I know.
You just feel what you feel, and
Listen,
Okay, you're free.
I can't be there. I can't place limitations on me. Okay.
Hey.
even when it comes to
I just
how you wipe.
Yeah, how I wipe. Yeah, it depends because like it depends on the toilet paper.
True.
Because sometimes it calls for a fold and sometimes it calls for a crumble.
Uh,
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, yes, like in a public restroom with a thin.
Yeah,
Thin-
yeah. You have to
thin might need to be crumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to crumble.
Because you
Yeah.
have to, the surface area
No,
needs to be
folding
covered.
is.
If it's a nice thick toilet paper, a fold is nice.
Fold, yeah.
Yes,
It's
totally.
soft.
Because
Cushy.
the crumble doesn't quite work. Actually, it kind of slips around.
It's true.
It's true.
It's
Listen.
true. I am a folder, but then I end up crumbling it. Like I don't just crumble out of
It
the.
crumbles in your asshole.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I crumble.
It just completely deteriorates.
I'm dead.
But you're a folder. Right?
I'm a folder, but I fold like around my hand.
Around
Oh,
your
that's so dainty.
I end up using a lot lot. I kind of
yeah.
waste
Maybe
a
too
lot.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on the day I
Yeah.
do too. Sometimes I get really greedy with it, but I want to be pristine, you
Yeah,
know.
no, exactly. Well,
Yeah.
now we have a bidet, so I do
Yeah.
use less.
But
Yeah,
I
what was
use
this?
way more with a bidet because
To
my
get it dry?
whole ass is wet.
Wait, but don't you have a fancy
Yeah.
Japanese
With the
one with
dryer?
a dryer?
Yeah. But like, what am I gonna sit there and like have
Wait
hot
for it to
air blow
dry?
on my ass? Like, I need to wipe. Like, it's just like more wet. I don't
my
know.
God.
Like, I don't know. The
Chill.
whole like using less toilet paper with a bidet is such a myth. It's such a lie.
Oh.
By Big Bidet.
Yeah,
Big
by Big
bidet.
Bidet.
Yeah.
They just want you. Yeah, they're both working together.
I know.
Wow.
When
Bidet
people
and
when people
toilet.
say you use 80% less toilet paper, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What
They're
nasty ass
They're
kind
walking
of
out with
swamp.
wet butts.
Yeah.
Swamp butts.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, if
Yeah.
any bidet companies want us
Yeah.
to test it out,
Specifically ones with dryers.
yeah, they have to have a
Ooh,
dryer.
yeah.
Because we just
though.
have like a cold.
Yeah, we have a
one.
regular
But
one.
you have one of the ones from
the
Japan, like
fancy
the
one.
remote
Toto.
controls. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like
Oh,
a little
Toto,
thing.
yes.
Yeah, Toto.
That's right.
But it's a bidet attachment. It's not like, proper.
Oh, okay. I see.
So
Oh,
it's
you can
affordable.
get
It's like-
get the dryer with like as an attachment.
Yeah, it's on the attachment. It's not. I think
Like
I, do
I
have
thought
a-
it was the actual toilet for some reason.
No, I think it's like maybe $400.
Yeah, that's not crazy.
So it's not. It's definitely a purchase, but it's not like most people aren't
Yeah.
probably priced out. I don't
Right.
know.
Sure.
Depending.
Did you
on how
install
much
it yourself?
matters.
Or?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No, because it
wondering.
needs electric.
Oh,
It
yeah.
needs plumbing. So they had to like run wires. through
Yeah,
my
that's the
wall.
thing that stops some people sometimes if they don't have a plug behind the toilet.
Yeah,
Which
I
most
think
people don't.
Mm-hmm.
Had to, I think might have had to add it, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we asked.
So actually, it did cost more like $800 to pay someone to like rewire stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I really was committed to my butt.
I mean, it's important.
Yeah, totally. No, it is important. We choose hotels sometimes based on that.
Yeah, if they have a bidet, I'm like, oh, let's stay.
Yeah, let's definitely stay.
Is it weird though? Sorry, sidebar.
Please.
Is it weird that I am nervous to use other people's bidets?
I am too.
I'm weary about it.
Unless
it's a Toto.
it's that
Toto.
one.
Yeah.
If it's like the fancy one, then I'm like, okay, yeah, like I'm gonna try it. But if it's just regular,
ours is just one that just
regular.
squirts water.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I would still use. No, you're right.
I wouldn't.
Your grandma
I
has
don't
one
use my
downstairs,
Yeah.
grandma's.
and I don't use it.
I
don't
get
use it
nervous.
either.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you have to make sure it's like cleaned.
Yeah, because
I'm
you
sure,
might be like throwing some gross shit up there, you know? Especially if it has like, if the pressure's good, it's like,
Yeah.
oh no, it goes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're just chilling there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You could have just had diarrhea.
Oh. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Misu
Anyway.
just had diarrhea.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, fresh on the mind.
Fresh.
that's why.
Poor baby.
Anyway, from there.
Speaking of diarrhea.
Speaking of diarrhea. Stupid.
Was that the deep question?
Speaking of shit, our next question is our most viewed episode of all of our seasons and our most
controversial. I guess people have a lot of opinions.
They have a lot of opinions, and it is: can you be friends with your ex?
Depends on the relationship. I think
Of course,
so.
it depends.
Yeah.
Yes,
But are you friends with your exes?
Well, they always fuck up inevitably, like beyond repair.
Well, we should
so-
also, I think, then we should define what a real ex is. You know what I mean? So, like, when you say the word ex, or when you call somebody ex, is it, someone who you're with a specific time, or was it just, a hookup in the summer and you still call them ex? Like, what is your definition of that?
Yeah, I mean, I want to say like a real relationship, I think I'm not like I'm friendly if like I cross paths.
Friendly, yes.
With a good amount, but not all. I mean, some of them is like, no contact kind of vibe.
Yeah.
That's hard no. But yeah, I mean, then there's some that I'm like, I dated them. It was fun, and we're still like really good friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's more the casual stuff. But it just depends on how respectful the breakup was, or like what the terms of the like if someone cheated on you, it's like, why would you be friends with them?
Right.
Yeah.
They lived a separate life. They deceived you, they betrayed you. Like that's kind of like, I don't know, a hard thing to go like, I want to be friends with that.
Yeah.
I want a relationship of any sort with that person,
Totally. I mean, in our case, my ex of a long time, since high school, like, she didn't cheat on me, and we didn't have like the worst breakup in the world. But I guess because of the weight of that, and I've actually I've grown on this subject, by the way.
Since our first episode?
No, since before that.
Oh, since before that.
Yeah. The first episode, I had already had some growth, but when we first started dating, I thought I could be friends with this person, like.
Forever. No, I remember. No, because I remember when we were first starting to date, it's one of the things you told me. You were like, yeah, but she's going to be in my life forever. And I clocked that.
Did
and
I
was
say
like,
that?
yeah, you did.
Oh.
I remember because I was like, red flag, kind of.
Sure.
I'm like,
that's
forever?
fair,
Yeah.
super fair.
Like, we weren't officially dating yet, though. So I think it was like, it wasn't that red flag. It was just like, I don't know if I could do that.
It just totally depends on the people.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's like, really, like, you guys have a creepy relationship. Like, stop. You're not
Yeah.
friends. You're just, like, in this weird zone of, like, dancing with, like,
Yeah.
feverish energy.
Yeah.
Sure,
Sure.
Totally.
And like, our families were
Yeah.
intertwined.
Well, I think
Yeah.
after I got to know who you were, it makes more sense now that you are friends with everyone. Yeah.
Everyone? Really?
No,
Not everyone, but
I think you're referencing just like my
in
kind
general kind of vibe.
I invite everybody over type thing / I want to have. Yeah, I love community, things like that. So yes, her being in my life didn't bother me too much. Like, to a sense where I was just like, oh, well, yeah, if she just gets along with it and she knows everybody, then why not?
Yeah.
But I wasn't thinking about how much it affected Alyssa, like my
Yeah.
current relationship, you know. So in that sense, yeah, I have grown on that fact, and I'm pretty much a no now. Like, can you be friends with your ex is no. And if I can be friends with this person, maybe they weren't really an ex or somebody that I was like in love with.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel that. Yeah, because like the ones that I'm truly actually friends with still, not just friendly,
Yeah.
were like fun times, but I was not in love. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But also, like, I just have so much distrust towards men. So it's like, I trust myself in these scenarios where, like, I would never put myself in a position where, like, if I had feelings, I would be around that person if I was, like, dating someone else, you know?
Right.
That would be, like, weird and disrespectful. And, like, but if I was, like, seriously, like, we're good, I'm good. You know, I'm good at compartmentalizing. But I think men, it turns out, are, like, way more sexually attracted to women despite everything, you know, like, and they have a hard time, I think, compartmentalizing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also, I don't think you're a firm no, because we are friends with some of your exes. But we're friends with them. It's not just like you.
Yeah. I guess, I mean, was I in love with my ninth grade girlfriend?
Yeah, no. I know.
It felt like love.
I mean,
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
I think that,
But
I
not
think
like
she
the love
counts as
that
an
we have.
ex.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
We have a friend. So
We went to her baby's first birthday.
Yeah, of course. No,
Well,
she's
that's
a
friends.
Yeah.
she's a great friend of ours.
Yeah.
She's really great.
We should have her on the podcast.
No, Alyssa's idea.
Somebody wanted to. That was a request because I asked, like, who are the top guests? Like, who would you want us to interview or whatever? And someone was like, one of your exes. Like, they want to see that.
Interesting.
So we'll have to ask her if she's down. Or if one of mine are down. I doubt it, though. If it wasn't clear, mine was a no. But I think it's because of, how the relationships ended. But also, my exes are all in happy marriages and relationships. And I'm such a girl's girl that, like, out of respect, wouldn't want to be their friend.
Yeah.
Because of the history and out of respect for them. Like, I'd rather be friends with their wives. Like, I don't need them as a friend.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So we wouldn't be able to have one of yours on the pod.
Yeah, I don't think they would say yes.
Yeah,
But
that's right.
I would want to try. If they'll answer
What if I asked?
How would you ask?
I don't know.
Like,
get their
I
phone
mean, I have
number.
their numbers. Wait, that might be... Okay, we'll try.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
see. I don't know. I don't
Amanda
know if
would
they'll
for
say
sure
yes.
come on.
Yeah.
Amanda, if you're listening to this,
Yeah, please come on.
come on the pod. But also that, again, that was high school. So
Yeah, I know.
it's,
I
you
know.
know,
It's kind of-
but it's still
But
funny.
I consider, like, my high school love, like, you know, I was like, I'm going to be with him forever.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
at the time, that's what you thought.
Yeah.
I mean, you experience a lot of firsts with, like, your
Yeah.
first love.
Yeah.
So did you have a big high school relationship then?
I mean, it felt big, you
Yeah.
know?
During high school?
Yeah. And then it totally dissipated when I went to college, you know?
Yeah.
I, like, can't even remember checking in on him. Like, I was so heartbroken during the summer. Like, oh my God, like, because he was a year younger than me.
Oh, and you were going to
and
college?
I was going to college.
Got it.
So I was like, I'm going to be at college and blah, 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 blah. And, like, I don't remember having any conversations with him or, like, texting him or calling him at all.
That's
like,
funny.
So I don't really know. I just remember he sent me some stuff for Valentine's Day that I was like, it was like half-eaten brownies or something. And I was like, I'm sorry. I don't think we're good. I don't think this is supposed to be.
This is like when you're a senior and he's a junior.
No. When I was a freshman, he was a senior, you know, freshman in college.
A freshman in college.
He
Got
sent
it.
me
Oh, I
the
see.
brownies,
So
and I
you
was
still
like-
tried to make it work after.
Yeah.
I see.
Because I was like, we're so in love.
Yeah.
But no.
But no. Where did you go to college again?
Boston Conservatory.
Oh,
for
right.
like
Yeah,
a
Boston.
year.
Yes.
Yeah.
BOCO,
BOCO.
which is owned by Berkeley, which is the school I went to.
Oh.
Yeah, they
nice.
own
I
each
didn't
other
know-
now.
I didn't know that.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that either. I thought they were rivals.
No.
They're
Oh.
totally separate. I
Yeah.
mean, Berkeley's a music school.
Yeah. And you could take classes at both to get your degree now.
Interesting.
It's called Boston Conservatory at Berkeley College of Music now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool for, like, because I assume singers probably also write
Yeah,
as well.
totally.
Or, like, and I know a lot of them had musical talent.
Right.
You know?
Oh, that's crazy. Did you live in Back Bay? Or did you live on the dorms? At the dorms?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't remember. I can picture it, but I can't remember.
yeah. I see. I guess I know the names of things because I lived like a mile from campus. I didn't live in the dorms because I was like a year after I graduated high school. So I didn't have to stay in the dorms, but I would walk from like Fenway Park to school every day.
Oh, wow.
And
You
it
walked
was-
a mile?
Yeah, it sucked.
Oh my God, why did you do that?
No,
You
You didn't have a car?
dorm.
You didn't have a car?
No cars on
No bike?
really in Boston, no bikes, and also it was cold as hell.
Yeah.
And also
No scooters at that
the
point.
train in Fenway went all the way like around. You couldn't. It was just not efficient to do that. But I remember if it was snowing so bad, I just would skip school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
Just
nah,
like-
I'm not going.
Not going
Yeah.
because you didn't have a way
I'm
to
gonna
get there.
walk.
Yeah, of course.
And like
Of course.
as
And
a
I don't think
Californian,
Ubers were a thing.
No, they weren't.
No, yeah.
No.
So you couldn't just like
Oh my God, how did we survive before
I know.
Uber?
Crazy.
Like city bikes. You know.
the first Uber I took was because I went back to Berkeley to talk to the students after I didn't graduate. I came back, and Charlie Puth was also a part of the the panel, and we were friends and all that. And he was like, "Hey, no, we're just gonna take a car." And I was like, "How are we gonna take a car?" And he pulled out his
Uber?
app, Uber, and they were all black cars at the time.
Yeah, and they had like
Yeah.
gum and water bottles.
Yes.
And
Oh, they
everyone
were
was
fancy.
nice.
It was insane.
Yeah.
So he took me on my first Uber, and that was
Charlie
in Boston.
Puth,
Yeah,
huh?
thanks, Charlie. Yeah, that was such a crazy time. But yeah, I loved going to school in Boston. I didn't have any serious relationships in Boston or anything.
Me neither.
You didn't have any in college. Did you have? You had a serious relationship in college.
Yeah, that's when I had my like first,
That's like
heartbreak.
your ex.
Real heartbreak.
That's like your ex.
Yeah, my last real ex.
The cop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cop. Okay.
very different.
That's so scary.
Well, my first boyfriend was a military guy.
Oh my God.
And my second boyfriend was a cop.
Wow.
And then I ended
I'm so
up with a
different.
musician.
I know.
No, it's crazy how different you are than what I like thought I was gonna end up with.
Yeah.
Like in my my book of like what I want in a man.
Yeah.
I thought I was not attracted to tattoos, gauges. Like I barely dated Filipino guys too, but it was everything I needed.
Thank God.
cute.
Jesus.
Thank God.
I just took out my gauges, and I think they're going away.
Yeah. So what are you going to do?
I gotta get them closed plastic surgery. I'm talking to a surgeon already.
Plastic surgery.
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
do they like cut it and like sew it?
Yeah, they sew it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Is it gonna look like clothes?
The consultation will show me what it's gonna look like.
Oh my God.
I wonder if like once it's all healed up, like laser therapy probably would help.
Maybe. Yeah.
Like make it kind of
the
smoothed
skin.
out.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet you
But
there's
it's all right
that.
if there's like a tiny,
Yeah.
dent.
Bad
And I'm like, yeah,
scar.
I used to.
Yeah, I
I
used to
tell
have
like our
gauges.
kids one day, like, yeah, I used,
to be
have
really cool.
Yeah, it
with
holds my
gauges.
ears. You know what I mean? Well, yeah. So thank you for answering
What a transition.
about your ex.
Yeah.
Well, friends with ex.
Yeah.
And that is just something that people bring up all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, for some people though, it really is like hell no.
Yeah, there's a lot of
They don't
hell
really
no.
think about context.
And then there's also if you can't, then it's like, of course you can be friends with your ex, because or else it's you guys are immature if you can't.
right. You know, like the TikTok.
I hate that.
com-
No, it's not that. It's like if someone burned you so bad, why would you be in their life? Why would you allow them into your life?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like some people's behaviors, men, are so
Men.
reprehensible, so like unforgivable that you're just like, go away and never come back. I don't want to know if you die. like
Yeah, you know, you don't
there's
owe
some-
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like there are a couple exes that I have that are completely blocked. I haven't checked. Like
Yeah.
I don't care to ever
Yeah.
see, you know, because it's just like nope,
Yeah.
done.
You're a blocker. You're a blocker.
Well,
I've noticed. Which is
only-
good. Which is good. You
Only
don't
if it's
access.
deserved.
You don't need
know?
access to me.
Yeah, no.
If you, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like a compulsive blocker. I don't
Right,
like do it to make a point,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
you know, it's like if it's done, it's done. You know, and you're gonna know about it. You know.
Awesome. Yeah. All right.
As you
And
should.
with that, on
There
to
you
the
go.
next.
Stay tuned
gosh.
for Kamiko's perfect sandwich.
Everything's set up. Okay. Speed. Camera speeds. Clap. Thanks for the clap. All right. So we got Kamiko making her sandwich.
Good old Sara Lee. Is this white wheat?
Yeah, it's white.
Whole grain white.
Yep.
All right, we're going healthy. All right, Justin's. And I think if I recall, this has a little sugar in it, huh?
Is it?
Nope, it doesn't. Okay. No, there's 1 gram.
All right, so we got almond butter.
Almond butter instead of peanut
Yep.
butter.
I like that.
Brand new.
Yay.
You know, almond butter is actually not my favorite, but on this sandwich is really good.
Oh, okay, interesting.
What would you normally use?
If I wasn't like pan frying, I just use peanut butter.
Wow.
Oh no, there's something
Okay, that's
magical
the
about
secret.
like almond butter, cinnamon, and honey.
Mhm.
So good. Simple, classic.
Oh, I want to see how you're doing this.
Yeah.
So you put the honey first before the butter.
Well, I like to put it. Well, the butter goes on the pan.
Oh.
Yeah, try to explain what's happening for the audio only.
Okay. Me?
Yeah, or
Explain?
even Alyssa.
Yeah, you can do it so that you can focus. So right now, Kamiko is adding a lot of honey
A ton of honey.
Oh. lot of
onto
honey.
one side
I'm
of.
doing this.
Oh, she's doing both sides
Just in case.
of the white bread.
Guys, I hope this turns
It's a
out.
lot of honey. I can't wait to.
Great.
Honey is on the bread.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I haven't made this in so long, so it's just I'm riffing here. But normally this is Saigon cinnamon,
Okay.
but we were under resourced today.
What is the difference between regular ground cinnamon and Saigon cinnamon? She's cinnamoning.
That's
The honey.
Amazing. Good to know.
You know, I like it. I don't want it to be, unflavorful. I don't want it to be not dynamic.
Yeah. Wait. So what's the difference?
I don't quite know. I think like Saigon cinnamon is like spicier.
Oh, okay.
It's
that makes
what?
sense. It's
It's-
Vietnamese, right? Or something. Thai.
Yeah.
Saigon. Saigon.
Asian.
Yeah. It is what the Cinnabon people use.
Whoa.
That's what it is.
This is a crazy
Okay, and now the
sandwich,
almond
y'all.
butter is going on to
Yeah.
one side
Thick.
of the bread.
Oh, yeah.
A thick layer
Good thick
of
layer.
almond butter. Ooh, this might be my new. I'm gonna try.
Is this going to be your new
That's
hack?
good?
It's like kind of a healthy treat.
We're going to try to find the ripest banana that we have.
Yeah, that's all we
That one
have.
seems pretty good.
Yeah, I
Here's
feel like
hoping.
it's not gonna be. I actually do like a ripe banana
Okay.
sometimes.
Okay, unripe.
Sorry, unripe banana. Like I like it to be hard and firm over.
That's what she said.
Ooh, I like the
I like your
thin
cutting technique.
Yeah, the thin slices.
Guys, I'm really showing off right now.
This is crazy. Are you
have you ever been on a
chef?
cooking show?
I think actually
Or a
I was
cooking
asked
roll?
to be on one time, and I was like, guys, I don't cook. What are you
No,
talking
you should
about?
totally
You
be
could
on
be a
one of those
guest.
celebrity ones.
Yeah.
Like I would fold so quickly. You don't even understand.
Yeah, you should be on
My
like
taste is so
Selena
basic.
Gomez's. Okay, now both halves are together.
All right, now we go to the pan.
So Kamiko just turned on the pan. It's at like a medium heat right now,
Yeah.
I would say. And
Is
she's
it
just
okay if
straight
I do
doing,
this?
yeah, do
Yeah.
whatever you want.
So right now the butter is melting. How much butter would you say you put? Like a tablespoon?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you eyeball it. You
Eyeball
wanna-
it enough to cover the pan.
And
Go by
that's-
feel.
Yeah, but you don't want it to be like, disgusting, but you
Yeah.
also want it to be delicious. I'm the worst cook host ever.
No, this
No,
is
what?
great.
You're actually great.
This is better
I
than
was
I
thinking that-
expected.
Yeah. You should
Wow.
have a YouTube channel.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean, like the
again,
expectations
thinking it was
are-
going to be basic.
Just, okay, now it's in the pan.
It's gourmet because it's on a pan.
Yeah, true.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
like that sound.
Sizzle.
Mhm.
Shoot.
Hell yeah, you guys.
Well, we were also going to ask, like, does this
Oh,
come
yeah.
from something you just
Forgot.
made?
Let's ask questions.
Or is it something from childhood? You know what I mean? Like,
No, not from childhood. It's just something I looked around with and found out.
Yeah,
you know?
in life.
Yeah. I don't know why I made it.
One day you just made this creation, or did you just like piece it together over time?
One day I just made this creation. I was like, I got some banana,
Mhm.
I got some cinnamon. I feel like this would be good. And then I was like, whoa. And I
Oh.
hope that's your reaction too, because
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Get a good glimpse.
whoa.
look at that honey. See? It's like crystallized.
Wow. This is wild. Okay, so what about food in general, like culturally growing up?
Mm-hmm.
It was mostly McDonald's, honestly. It's like
Awesome.
a lot of fast food. So much fast food. But then my mom was kind of like amazing at just taking leftovers, mixing them in rice, and making it kind of delicious. I don't really know if she knew what she was doing either, but it always tasted really good.
Hey, can you remind the listeners where you grew up and what your background is?
I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, but my mom is first generation Japanese. So.
And first generation means
Like
they're the first ones to come
from.
Yeah.
to America, as in her parents were immigrants.
I don't know what it means.
Okay.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
Yeah.
I looked this up one time because I was trying to figure it out, and I was like, oh, okay.
So I'm like,
I think I could technically be considered first generation in a way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was confused about it, and so that's what.
I don't know either.
But your mom lived in Japan and moved here.
Yeah, moved. Oh shit! Fuck. Okay.
Okay,
It's done.
It's
Okay,
done.
we're gonna
Plop
be
it
on
right
that.
out.
It's kind of actually. I'm so glad we pulled it out at this exact moment.
So it's
Okay,
perfect.
awesome.
Okay, do we want to put it on
A plate.
Wait, no, put it on a plate.
Okay, plate.
Because
Sorry.
that's how you
You're
eat
right.
it.
You're right.
Oh my gosh, everyone.
All right, we're going
This is the
to.
moment of truth.
Do you need to cut it or anything?
We could. Yeah,
There's
it might be
actual
easier.
And like,
Nice,
how would
right
you
there.
cut it? You know what I'm saying?
Probably in half, but like maybe diagonal.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
That looks
Oh
good.
my god, I haven't cooked in so long.
Ooh, let's see it.
Am I a success story? Is this the influencer story?
Wow.
Oh gosh, it's dripping.
All right.
One,
Same time.
two,
1, 2, 3. Mmm.
Wow.
Mmm.
Wow. Can you really taste the cinnamon?
Yeah. I wonder how the Saigon cinnamon would
Saigon
taste.
cinnamon is
Because it
different.
adds a kick, right?
It comes through. Really.
I can imagine it though. It's good. Oh, I think it's great.
You wanna try it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
I'll try it.
Okay.
It's a lot of butter.
Just on the outside.
Okay.
Oh, you took a big
Oh
bite.
yeah, because you're.
It's good though, right?
You took a risk just now.
I do.
I really like the banana
I love the banana.
with the peanut butter. I mean, I've had that combo before, but
You want to try it,
not in
Jack?
a sandwich.
Might as well. Mmm. The cinnamon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have. Yeah, I guess I've had banana and cinnamon, but I don't think I've had banana, cinnamon, honey,
Combo. Oh,
almond
nice.
butter
You
combo.
got it all. You got it all. What do you call it?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, it could have a name.
Honey banana cinnamon sandwich.
Honey banana cinnamon sandwich. HBC.
Almond butter.
HBC.
Oh, almond butter.
Honey banana cinnamon.
ABHBC.
ABHBC. Oh, that's a
What a great sandwich.
Oh
Thank you.
my god, so good, so tasty.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kamiko.
No problem.
Thank you for joining
the
us
chef.
today, Chef Kamiko.
Kamiko.
You're amazing. We're just we're honored and blessed to have you in our life
Yeah.
and on the pod. Don't forget to follow Kimiko Glenn at Kimiko Glenn
Yeah.
On all platforms?
on all platforms.
I'm only really on Instagram, but I might start TikToking.
TikTok.
And that one's at It's Kamiko.
Yes,
Oh,
that's right.
okay,
Yeah.
that's different.
ITS Kamiko.
Okay.
ITS Kamiko.
Yeah.
And stay tuned to her page because she's going to announce new music.
Yay!
We'll see.
Original music. She
Yeah.
is. She's
will.
going to because
You have
it's so
to
good,
now.
guys. It's so good, and it would just be so sad if it never got released to the world. So many good tracks, so many good bops. And is there anything happening in your life that you want to say or promote or anything?
Oh gosh. Well, I mean, mostly I'm just really excited to have this new part of my life
Yes.
be a thing. I don't know. As much as it frightens me, I'm also okay, people. When I did Orange is the New Black, no one knew my personality. I didn't do any interviews. I just existed as this character that they thought was annoying. So I was like, oh gosh, and I was fretting,
Right.
because I was like, I swear I'm nice or something, just like me. And then I started doing interviews as I started doing more projects and stuff. And so I think people started seeing, oh, she's a real person. She's a human being and she seems nice. I don't know, hopefully. But I think this is kind of nice because it's from my brain and from my heart, you know, it's truly stuff that like I just needed to get out of my system. So it's like, I don't know, it just gives people like a peek into my brain. I can't tell you if it's like the most amazing thing or you're going to like die loving it or something, but it's from my brain. It's from my brain.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's so good.
So watch out for that. And please follow us at Sweet or Savory Pod on the Instagram and all that. If you have any concerns, comments, questions.
Concerns?
I don't know. They have some concerns.
Oh, if you do, let us know. I
Sweet or
guess.
Savory Pod at gmail.com if you want to email us.
Yes.
But yeah, thanks everybody.
Stay sweet.
Or savory.
Or umami.
Or umami.
Or umami.